Hey everyone, Suzi here, and today we're playing a Watcher of Realms. For today's video, we have a new cultist lord to take a look at, Ezareth, the World Eater. And just a quick note, I did record these videos on the test server before this was announced, but it has been confirmed that the Valise banner will be for Halloween alongside Malvera, and Ezareth and Ardea are on a banner the day after starting as well. So keep this in mind for your summoning for the next couple of weeks, and ignore the parts in this video where I am saying I don't know when the summoning events are. Alright, and I am on the test server, not global or forerunner here quite yet. We have a new occultist lord. He definitely has like a Valderani vibe as far as some of his inspirations and styling. Very cool, crazy weapon, very interesting character. And okay, this badass, crazy, interesting looking creature doesn't even have his own special video. That's very sad. Well, the other character that is new does have a fancy video, so I will be posting that video a little later, but let's start off with the Lord. I actually read her kit already, but I think they've got some Halloween heroes, right? Halloween's just around the corner. These guys are pretty scary, pretty crazy, and interesting. I think it's a good fit for Halloween, personally. And yeah, he is new. He's fascinating. He's creepy. And let's give him another look. Can I zoom in? Let's zoom in a little bit. Wait. Let's see. Okay, it only can zoom in so far. Actually, we're zoomed in pretty damn good. Look at this. Whoa. He moves too much, though. Creepy. Alright, so anyway, Ezareth, cultist lord, fighter, magic damage. I'm assuming he is an ancient exclusive cultist lord. Look at this. Look at those wings. Oh my god, he's cool. Wow. Look at that. He's just so much. I don't know, is it too much? So visually, he's crazy and he has no cinematic that's really depressing, especially for a lord. Come on, guys. I get that they're expensive and they might cost a lot, but come on, come on. All right, so he's a fighter dealing magic damage. He's got an interesting range here. Ezareth, the World Eater, sought to prove his worth by devouring the world, yet became a harbinger for even more terrifying entities. His strength can perform execution on the weak, transform dark spores to enhance himself, and deliver AoE damage with stun. Okay, oh boy. So I am going to go into this whole story at the end of this video if you guys want to hear his lore, which is why I separated the two videos for the two new heroes and not posting at the same time, just to kind of devour each part one at a time. All right, so details here. Max level, same range, AoE magic attack, ally buff, and strong CC. His attack is 5100, cost 20, block 2, attack interval 2.6 seconds, and rage regen auto 12. Okay, interesting. Pretty good there. So his talent specializes in draining life force from the weak and converting it into dark spores to aid the caster when in battle. When deployed, enters World Destroyer mode and gains 2 stacks of dark spores. So these dark spores stack up to 5 times. Carrying it grants immunity to most debuffs. When he's deployed, he enters this World Destroyer mode, which is a mode focused on combat. If carrying at least 1 dark spore, consumes 1 stack of dark spores to deal 380% AoE damage to up to 8 enemies in a large area ahead. So this is one of those that doesn't show the exact range, right? This effect has a 5-second cooldown. Got it. Pretty cool. great fun start to this one. All right. Magic attack is the basic, of course, with 100% AoE damage to up to 8 enemies and enemy targets in one time. One hit, AoE, 8 enemies. It's better than usual. All right, Void Ripper is the ultimate. Oh, this is a switch. Whoa. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, you can really see. It looks like it's more than... It just goes straight in line when he does that. So, okay, when he's purple, he's doing that slash around him like his manual ultimate shows. But when he's in the other mode, it's a straight ahead smash, this first one, right? So he starts off in World Destroyer mode, which goes straight ahead. More like a Valkyra, right? And then he goes to this World Devourer mode. You can switch between the modes with the ultimate. In the World Devourer mode is a mode focused on recovery. When Dark Spores is not at full stacks, devours one summoned ally in the basic attack range or one enemy with HP below 50%, ineffective against allied special summons or elite and boss enemies. Restores the caster's HP 25% and gains one stack of Dark Spores after devouring an allied summon. Additionally, gains one stack of Dark Spores and takes 2 seconds to trigger again. After devouring an enemy, it takes 10 seconds to trigger again. Interesting. I do love the mode switch stuff. The question just comes on how auto-friendly are these? Like when you set up a battle or you use them in arena or something, do they switch when you tell it to all the time? Or how smart is it to know when you really need which thing? I guess just lower health, they'll switch to the Devourer recovery mode when needed. He's so crazy, though. How does he not have a video? He's crazy. Whoa. Okay, Dinner Bell passive. World Destroyer mode's special attack inflicts vulnerability magic damage, which is a 15% version, which goes up to 25% with the skill ups. And that's for 8 seconds. On the target, and executes enemies with HP below 20%. Execution takes no effect on elites and bosses. So the execution skill is fun. It's like a Vierna, right? Alright, so Insatiable Maw is other passive. When carrying Dark Spores, increases attack and damage reduction by 10%. When triggering World Devourer mode, Devour effect deals 130% AoE damage to up to 8 enemies around the target and inflicts stun on them. If devoured target is an allied summon, restores 5% rage to its owner, and if the owner belongs to the Cursed Cult faction, restores an additional 10% rage. Oof. Alright. We have the Lord's Skill. I want this slide. I guess this is the last thing anyway, because there's nothing after it. Yeah. Alright, the Lord's Skill increases faction team members' basic attributes by 15%, increases faction team members' damage dealt to enemies inflicted with slow, stun, freeze, immobilized state, and other CC effects by 30%, increases faction team members' damage by 25%. When the Lord is on the battlefield and an allied summon dies, increases all faction team members' damage by an additional 5% for 15 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. Oh, that's crazy. So this is, I remember people talking about some summoner lord. I thought there was going to be a lord focused upon a new, I guess a new focus, you know, like for the types. You know, you might have all those, I mean, summoners have been a thing. But technically, the lords did not enable the summoners specifically, where this is all about using summoner-type heroes alongside him. So that's very cool. I like it. It's different. Sounds fun. His animations are fun. He looks cool. Whoa. All right, let's go to the Awakenings. Awaken 1, when Destroyer mode special attack is triggered, increases AoE damage by 15% for the hero and all allied mages on the battlefield for 8 seconds. This guy's gonna be crazy for the new Matrix, right? Damn. Because especially with Kriya and Beatrix being awesome, and then you add in him, and maybe the new girl too. Holy moly. Yes, please. Glad I didn't use my summons yet. I mean, I'm probably gonna try to pull for him, and then I might get him and be happy, but then watch, they'll give me Iovar and Astia next, and I will not get them. Anyway, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, Awaken to 300 plus 300 for attack, but also, like all the lords, has the increase here. It increases faction team members' AoE damage by 5%. Awaken 3. Every 2 triggers of World Devourer mode, Devour effect grants an extra 1 stack of Dark Spore. Oh, so you might actually, if you have Awaken 3, you might intentionally want to trigger the World Devourer mode ultimate a couple times, even if you don't really need it, just to get the extra Dark Spore out there. When you need it. For when you need it. When you really need it. That's an interesting thought, right? I froze again. Oh my god. Okay. Awaken 4, penetration plus 8%. And Awaken 5, World Destroyer mode. Special attack ignores 25% magic resistance. Okay. This guy seems like a lot of fun with a Beatrix and a Kriya and the new boss. I'm assuming that's exactly what the timing is for. But I kind of hope that there's the amount of damage you need to do to get to what the new boss stuff is. We don't really want anybody doing that type of damage, because then they're just going to render every other DPS useless. If it's a matter of, oh, everyone, this new synergy suddenly can do the most damage 3 times as fast as everybody else. Then everyone else is 3 times worse. And you would never use them, and they'd be the only answer for, like, pretty much all content that's possible. I don't know. I know there were some things that are, like, obviously, like, execution doesn't work against bosses, but all of these damage increases sure do, so this is definitely for the new content. And those little summons are not technically bosses that we're trying to kill on the sides. So executing those... Oh, wow. Okay, I think this is going to be someone I'm pulling for. All right, let's go into the lore. By tooth, by void. I have drowned empires, feasted on kings, but this one, insatiable. Balderon. At the edge of all things, where the light of creation bends and breaks, there's a place without shape or breath. It is here that the first hungers crawled into existence. Given form by a will older than suns, these hungers are sent forth when worlds grow arrogant, when they defy the patterns written before time began. They do not come to punish, they come to end. Ezareth is one of these hungers, a world eater, but where others devour without thought, Ezareth lingers. He savors the slow unmaking, the taste of rot blooming beneath the skin of dying worlds. He is feared not for his speed, but for the certainty that wherever he treads, the end will follow. Among his kin, Ezareth is small and weak, a runt in the maw of giants. Survival demands he prove himself worthy, and so he feeds, not simply to live, but to claim a place among the devourers who birthed him. Taya is his boldest attempt yet. Vast, untamed, steeped in power, both radiant and wretched. Ezareth tells himself he chose it, yet deep within the maw of space there's a pulse, a soundless call he cannot escape. It is older than the oceans, colder than the void between stars, and now thrums through the soil of this world, through his own flesh, whispering that this place has already been marked. When he breached the sky, he did not arrive with fire. He unfolded. His arrival was slow and wet and wrong. as though the universe were retching him forth. Crops withered, tides recoiled, birds dropped from the heavens in silence. Each step he took was an oath to be the first to the feast. Ezareth does not create, he cannot build, he only devours, yet each sacrificed beast drained to nothing, each fragment of Taya consumed, the purple corruption coils tighter around him. Strange markings bloom across his hide, and in his dreams, something vast watches from behind a veil of abyssal light, its many appendages flickering on the borders like the rays of some infernal sun. He tells himself he serves no master, yet the deeper he feeds, the more the land twists, the more he suspects the truth. Perhaps he was never meant to claim this world. Perhaps he was sent to prepare it. He will consume it or be consumed.